guys, it's Dr. Daniel Sugai, board certified dermatologist. Welcome to my channel. Thank you guys for subscribing and watching my videos. Every Saturday, I'm releasing a new video, 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So thank you guys for hitting that bell notification to get notified when I do release. So today's video is gonna be on my favorite facial moisturizers with SPF. It's efficient skincare. It's 2-in-1 skincare, which a lot of guys like. Who doesn't like efficient skincare, right? You have a 2-in-1 product where you have a sunscreen and a moisturizer all built into one product. Traditionally, we say your morning routine should be cleanse. You can put a hyaluronic acid serum, you can put a moisturizer over it, and then a sunscreen at the very end. You can totally use that traditional algorithm. If you throw in a vitamin C serum, you can do cleanser, a vitamin C serum, hyaluronic acid, a moisturizer, and then sunscreen, but you're getting into a lot of steps there. Now, if you want to simplify things, those last two steps, the moisturizer and the sunscreen, you can have it all together in a facial moisturizer with SPF. Now, there are different ones on the market. These are my favorite ones today. I have 6 products here that are affordable, easy to find at your local drugstore or on Amazon. I'll have links down below. The thing about facial moisturizing lotions or creams with SPF, you have to use enough. General rule is a half a teaspoon amount of sunscreen for your face, your ears, your neck. You don't want to miss your ears or neck. A lot of people neglect to apply it there, and I see my patients come in with a beet red neck, and over time, after chronic sun exposure, you can get this thing called poikiloderma, where you have reds, whites, and brown discoloration of your neck. It tends to spare right here under the chin, but you have that discoloration pretty much wrapping around your neck circumferentially. To prevent that, you gotta wear sunscreen and reapply sunscreen, because just applying it once does not matter too much, because it will go away within 1 to 2 hours, especially if you're jumping in the water or sweating. You want a water-resistant sunscreen. If you are just going out to the office and you're just not gonna go get sweaty and you're not gonna be outside, you're gonna be indoors like myself when I go to clinic, all you need is a facial moisturizer with sunscreen. All the ones I'm talking about today are not water resistant. And so you just wanna apply it once before heading out the door while you have your commute to work, and you're gonna be indoors primarily. All you need is that one application of sunscreen to last you, because you're not gonna have it degrade as fast as if you're outdoors. So if you're indoors, that's enough coverage for any kind of incidental ambient light exposure you might get throughout the day. I just apply once before going into the office. I don't have a lot of windows, but if you're by a window, then yes, you should reapply your facial moisturizer every 2 hours, because UVA does go through window glass. Facial moisturizers with sunscreen or SPF, you wanna make sure you apply enough of that. So if you're just applying it to your face, it's a 1/4 teaspoon amount is what you need to get that coverage, that SPF 30 and above, depending on what the label says. If you're gonna go work out or do water play, then you want a dedicated sunscreen that's water resistant. Say if you have Blue Lizard in your gym bag and you're gonna go work out outside, you know, this says water resistant. You wanna see that label. They're not allowed to say sweat resistant or waterproof. You're gonna look for water resistance. 80 minutes is your max amount. Now let's go over the facial moisturizers with SPF. I've talked about this recently on the channel. This is the CeraVe Ultra Light Lotion with SPF 30. This one is a really nice, sophisticated, lightweight texture. Very different from their AM facial moisturizing lotion. Just a couple of swipes and it disappears very quickly. So I like this one a lot more than the AM. The AM has niacinamide though, this one does not. And check out my video where I compare the two. I do use the AM quite a bit for my young patients who are on acne medications and they have acne prone skin. The niacinamide is helpful. But if you're, you know, a little bit older like myself, and I'm not on a bunch of acne medications, I'm gonna just stick with the Ultra Light. Now this is 1.7 fluid ounces. This is great for just going to the office and you just need a 1/4 teaspoon amount to cover up your face. Another one that's been really nice is the Roche-Posay Toleriane Double Repair Moisturizer UV. It's kind of beat up, my bottle here. This is nice if you want that niacinamide in it. This has ceramides and niacinamide. Why do I rave about niacinamide? Well, it's vitamin B3 and it's really good at regulating sebum, and for acne prone skin, that's what you want to do, is regulate sebum, right? And so this one is very lightweight too, rubs in well, and niacinamide helps with brightening the skin. It's a jack of all trades. And also if you have rosacea, this is also anti-inflammatory and soothing. So my patients with rosacea, this is a great option. Now, if you notice, a lot of these facial moisturizers with SPF are chemical UV filter based. So these have chemical UV filters. This one has avobenzone, homosalate, octisalate, octocrylene. So you have 4 chemical UV filters. This one also has 4 chemical UV filters: avobenzone, homosalate, octisalate, and octocrylene. So very similar textures, very lightweight. This one has niacinamide, this one doesn't. And this one is 2.5 fluid ounces. This has been a winner and has not given me any irritation. I can get it on my eyelids without stinging. Another chemical filter based moisturizer with SPF 50. So if you want to go for something with higher SPF, this is by Neutrogena. They made the Hydra Boost. Their Hydra Boost has been very popular and I think they've done a great job with it. Packed with hyaluronic acid. And this one has 4 chemical UV filters just like the others. This one I love, that's also very lightweight. Couple swipes and it disappears. Very nice. So very affordable. SPF 50 versus SPF 30. I'd say very small difference. If you find more comfort in SPF 50 than SPF 30, go right ahead, but there's very small differences, especially since you have to reapply both every 2 hours anyways. So if you underestimate the amount you put on, an SPF 30 could be an SPF 10. That's when you get into some trouble. And if you underestimate SPF 50, it could be an SPF 30 potentially, which is adequate coverage. Neutrogena has made a nice job with their Hydra Boost line, like I mentioned. The gel cream is a nice moisturizer that's filled with hyaluronic acid, great for plumping. So you could totally use this and this, or just use this at bedtime with your retinol. So next, I saw in the comments, some of my friends out there have said chemical UV filters burn my skin or I have sensitivities to them. If you want a facial moisturizer with a mineral ingredient like zinc oxide, this one by Vanicream is very nice. So their facial moisturizer SPF 30, so great. I hear about a moisturizer that's zinc oxide based. I'm like pretty skeptical. How's this gonna work? But for some reason, they made this a nice lighter weight zinc oxide based moisturizer. Now zinc oxide is traditionally a thick paste with a white cast. This one, yes, might have a little bit of a white cast, a little bit more elbow grease, but it's actually pretty impressive. And Vanicream, I would say, is the GOAT of sensitive skincare, where if you have a lot of sensitivities, if you have sensitive skin, hard to go wrong with Vanicream. You know, they make a great cleanser that's so gentle that even my kids, when they were babies, I would bathe them with the Vanicream facial cleanser. And their daily facial moisturizer, so good. And then the one with SPF, home run. Now, if you have hyperpigmentation and you have or melasma and you want a tinted facial moisturizer with sunscreen, this is the Ulta MD UV Clear dupe. This is Dermatologist Universal Tinted Moisturizer, SPF 46. Again, not water resistant, but it has iron oxides to block visible light that can worsen your hyperpigmentation. Blocking UVA and UVB is not enough, especially if you're skin of color. So having a tinted sunscreen, a facial moisturizer, this is the one that my wife and I like to use on a daily basis the most. That's so important to block that visible light, so you don't worsen hyperpigmentation, which a lot of us Asians deal with. This one's just a nice lightweight texture. It's so lightweight, it barely stains the inside of my surgical mask when I do procedures, and it just matches many skin tones, so very nice. Check this one out. It's only about 30 something bucks, very affordable. And the Ulta MD UV Clear, still one of my favorites as well. This one is a hybrid. It has zinc oxide and octinoxate. So you have a chemical UV filter as well as zinc oxide. So that makes it more lightweight. So check that one out. Lastly, you know, we don't give Cetaphil enough love. I have to say Cetaphil, this one, they did a good job. I feel like there's always a Cetaphil versus CeraVe battle, and I feel like they're both solid brands. This was an SPF 35 with 4 chemical UV filters, very affordable. I like that Cetaphil has rebranded themselves by adding in really nice essential ingredients like niacinamide, glycerin, and panthenol, which is moisturizing and hydrating. Check this one out. This one's also very nice. Comes out looking thick, but couple swipes, again, gone. Very nice. I have to give this one also a thumbs up. So just to recap, most of these are chemical UV filter. For example, these guys here, if you want a zinc oxide based moisturizer with SPF, Vanicream does the job. A tinted option, you have Dermatologist or Ulta MD UV Clear. All right, guys, I'm going to Hawaii soon to give a talk at my alma mater, the University of Hawaii Johnny Burns School of Medicine. Thank you guys for inviting me to go give a talk for the AOA Alpha Omega Alpha Medical Honor Society induction banquet. I'm going to be the keynote speaker and also give a couple talks to the med students, the residents, and the faculty. So thank you guys for having me. Let's have some fun. Please hit the like button. Thank you guys for subscribing to the channel. Please hit that subscribe button if you haven't yet. Please hit the bell notification. Share with your friends who are into skincare and they want some good, efficient skincare. Check these out. And I'll see you guys for the next video. Enjoy this nice spring and summer weather that's coming in. I'm really loving it here in Seattle. It's gonna be the most perfect time of the year soon. So looking forward to that. And wear your sunscreen every day, no matter what, if it's overcast or if it's sunny, and reapply every 2 hours. Take care, everyone. Peace.